Hi, you've tuned into Nocturnal. I'm Ingrid.
And I'm Sophie. This week on Nocturnal, we're looking at some live gigs, we're looking at the recording of an album, and we're also going to go to the launch of a theatre season in Sydney.
Now, that recording album was Entropic. Imogen was lucky enough to go into the studios and see the guys performing live whilst recording their album, and we also get an interview, which is good. So you'll see that now.
Hi, I'm Campbell and I play the keyboards.
Hi, I'm Robbie and I play the drums.
Hi, I'm Conrad and I play the guitar.
I'm Oliver, I play the bass, and we all play in Entropic.
Woohoo!
Is this the second album or the third album? The second album including a remix?
No, it's the third album because it's the second recorded studio album, and the remix album is an album in its own right, but it's just that we didn't record it. I think our backgrounds in music are all very broad and they're probably all very similar. We all love electronic sounds, we all love jazz, we all love funk, we all love experimental music, bit of rock, a little bit of rock. We've got very similar tastes, and I think it's helped us form the music that we're forming, and it's probably why we're all together still.
Okay, great. The one we're actually on.
Where was the idea come from, or when did you decide to do this album with the producer Tony Buchan?
After that, we sort of took a bit of a break after all the touring and worked on a whole lot of new tracks, and then I guess we really wanted someone to sort of work with as a sort of third person entity to the group and help sort of push some of the ideas and goals we were trying to achieve further in the band, like the whole push, to make it
more electronic, more produced, and to guide us further into, like exactly what Ollie was just saying, to guide us further into the produced studio world, which he helped explore impeccably. He was a massive influence on us, and he's done an amazing job. And I guess the difference in the ways that we approach live playing and recording playing is that with the live playing we're free to move with a crowd that's influencing us, whereas we're in the studio we're trying to actually capture a specific sound, and although a lot of what we're doing isn't planned necessarily, we still are trying to tap into an exact certain palette or colour or sound that we want to express on tape.
I think it was really valuable that we were able to road test our tracks this time, and it stretched the kind of writing period for the album out to probably about a year, wasn't it? And we were just slowly progressing them, and then we went into pre-production more formally, and that's when Tony Buchan came in and started shaping our sound and
creating factory seconds.
Yeah, giving his input and influence, and then again in the studio he took that even further and guided us into some more electronic territory.
And you had some collaborating, you had some, there's a track with Foreplay, and how did that all come about?
Well, we've been mates with those guys for a while, and we've played gigs with them, supporting them, and we love their stuff, and Raven did a remix of one of our tracks for Rendezvous on that album, our second album, the cello player from Foreplay, and we kind of played Tony did pre-production for that track, Green Water Down, and he sort of thought, I can hear strings in there, I can hear this colour, this orchestral thing, and we thought, who could do that? Who would have the headspace to approach a drum and bass track with that aesthetic and pull it off? And Peter's the guy, and then he's worked with Foreplay for years and years, and they had this crazy way of coming up with things, and this whole other language that they all had in the studio writing the stuff. And
so did you give them the track and they went away and put the strings on top?
Yeah, I guess they figured out sort of how they were going to do it, and then when they were in there, as well as Tony being in there, they sort of crafted it as they went. But it was really good. They had some really, just like the way they tackled the track.
There was a really good energy that day, like when we were filming it.
Yeah, it was quite an interesting way that whole thing came about. Like it was there were parts that were written before they came into the studio, but it was very free, and like Campbell was saying, the communication that they used, it was just incredible to watch. You know, they a lot of the stuff was sort of formed in the moment, which I guess goes along with the entropic kind of ideology.
Yeah.
Here we are at the newly renovated at Newtown with Taz from Vinyl Projections, one of the organisers. We're going to have a few words with him today and tell us a little bit about the event. So Taz, tell us about how you come up with the concept and what generally the night is about.
Hey everybody, well the concept was definitely an unusual way of coming up with it. A couple of friends and I went out on a big Friday night and we just got quite frustrated with the whole Sydney DJ scene and what was all about.
Yep.
Got quite sick of seeing DJs up the front just cutting it back and forth and not really being challenged or pushed in any way.
Yep.
So we just sort of providing something else and unusual and something sort of a bit different for the scene. So we sat down at a cafe on a Saturday morning and just started to think as left field as we could, started to think as many different things as we could. And we came up with Vinyl Projections, just getting DJs to rescore movies.
Yep.
And from there, it's just grown into this fantastic event that we're putting on every couple of months, and it's just something that's really different and unusual in the scene.
Yeah, excellent. So for you people out there who haven't heard of Vinyl Projections at all, what they do is they basically, as Taz has just said, they get movies and they invite DJs along to rescore the films and play live with the film in the background. What sort of reaction have you got from the event so far?
Look, it's been really good. It's been a very, very positive reaction. The DJs we've had come along and rescore for us have just been absolutely stoked on being able to do something that's a little bit different in their field. They've been really excited about sort of having to go away and rescore a movie. It really challenges them.
Yeah.
And the punters that have come along have just had a great time. It's just something that hasn't been done before. So being able to sit back and take a movie in both visually and audibly, audio, and then dance at the same time as well is just a fantastic sort of mixture. So it's been a really, really positive feedback, and we've had heaps of feedback from the industry, from people like In The Mix, 3D World, and all those sort of people, and it's been really great, really positive.
It's a great, very interesting event. What sort of films have you got lined up for the future? Is any ideas on what's coming up?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, we use our film distributor in Melbourne called Madman Entertainment. They've been really, really good to us, giving us the rights for these one-off screenings. And they've got a whole host of really great anime movies coming out over the next couple of months. We're looking at using some of the old Robotech kind of movies, going back to the 80s and using some of the Robotechs. A new movie called Witch Hunter Robin, which is a great animation flick, which is now being recently redone. We're looking at as well, and a couple of sort of hidden sort of surprise ones that are coming out that aren't animation as well. So yeah, there's some great movies coming up West Coast.
If people want to come along to one of your events, how will they find out about where they'll be held or who will be playing?
Sure. The best way is to keep your eye on www.vinylprojections.com. That's got all the latest news, all the latest events, what's coming up, who's playing. It's also got all the reviews from the last events and all the photos and everything you need to know about the whole event. Keep an eye out on all the usual 3D World, street press, those kind of things, radio ads. You'll hear about us. We're out there.
Excellent. So Taz, what other events have you got coming up, or projects are you getting involved in at the moment?
Look, there's just so much going on in the Sydney scene. It's just fantastic. We're doing a mate of mine, Christian Burns, has played 2 of the vinyl projections now. Him and I are putting together a outfit called Siamese Sound System. It's a collection of deep house DJs, percussionists, vocalists, any sort of musicians within Sydney. So if you're interested, let us know at vinylprojections.com. You can let us know, and from there, lots and lots of cool gigs coming up with those sort of people. And then I'm playing on Bondi FM and a lot of other kind of gigs around Sydney. So if you're out there, come say hi.
Excellent. Okay, Taz, thanks a lot for giving us an interview. It's been really interesting seeing your events and hearing a bit about the history behind it. I hope that everyone watching back at home comes along and put some support in for a bit of difference into the Sydney dance industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. And good luck to the Nocturnal crew. Cheers.
Thanks.
So that was a flashback of Vinyl Projections, which was now on about a year ago at Newtown.
A bit of a historic piece. Look, speaking of historic pieces, we've now got a review from a night that happened once and once only at Susie Q's. Susie Q's is on Oxford Street in Darlinghurst. This night was called Bob's Your Monkey, and it pulled together visual artists, musicians and spoken word artists. A true night of fun and mayhem. I was there. Let's check it out. We're with Jess Cook tonight. Hi, Jess.
Hello.
Where are we and what are we about to see?
This evening we are at a night called Bob's Your Monkey. We're just slowly warming up. We're not used to the club, but we're willing to rub it up and get fun. Hi.
Bob's Your Monkey is an excuse to make wings, to wear wings, to play games.
What's different about tonight, Jess?
A sense of absolute silliness and ridiculousness and hilarity.
There's a lot going on, and you can't tell what is the actual venue and what is installed. And it's kind of a bit choose your own adventure sort of material.
It's also nice to see somewhere on Oxford Street, which is normally just pumping house music constantly, supporting local artists. That's great. We've got visual art in the corner behind me by local artist Camilla Palmer, and she's actually doing live portraiture, I think. You can sit down, it's interactive.
Hi, I'm Snug and you're on Nocturnal, of course, and we're in the games room at Bob's Your Monkey, and we got people drawing on the walls, party balloons, people are sitting on the floor, disemboweled mannequins, as you can see behind me. So we're going to go around and check it out. What's the coolest thing you've seen tonight?
Definitely the all-you-can-draw wall. Yeah, had a friend sitting here, just said, nah, that's it, gotta go.
Can you tell what this is?
It's a brain.
Oh, it's a face.
I saw this artwork about, just over there, about this girl who's 9, and it's her birthday, and she wants a present from her parents, and she wants Hilary Duff, but she doesn't get the Hilary Duff CD, so she kills them, and the presents are blown up and stuff like that.
Humans cannot fly. It's a devastating condition.
I would say performance poetry is somewhere between speaking your mind, rapping, and the ye old art form of poetry.
Sense is half dead, muted and blind, pride chained and tethered. Eagle-feathered arms tote national security.
I love performing just because it's ballsy and it makes people pay attention and there's swearing in it, and I get to shout and scream and really get into being a bit of a badass.
Free trade, unspeakable prices.
What's your take on this whole performance art kind of idea?
Well,
Bob is literally a monkey.
And do you know Bob?
Excuse me. Yes, me and Bob go way back.
Oh, really?
And I know when I'm at one of Bob's parties that, well, it's highly likely I will pick up.
I see. And what's your best pickup line?
Ever been with a puppet?
Performance art was basically people wearing cardboard sandwich boards, and they were basically a moving wall. Commands were yelled out and they would rotate their bodies. And there were things that must have been of some importance written on the cardboard, but I couldn't read them.
And tell us a bit about the atmosphere right here and now tonight. What's it like to be here? What are the people like? What's the music like?
It's actually really open-minded. We're utilising the artists that are local and not necessarily working by a structure, not trying to mould anyone. People have come in just with whatever they have available, whatever art they do, and they're trying it out, and people are being really accepting and loving it.
Bob's Your Monkey is where Sydney should be going.
A great example of industrious youth.
And what do you think it's like for an artist to be in Sydney? Is there heaps to do? Is there not much to do?
I think you've got to make your own stuff. Right. And you've got to give yourself stuff to do.
So for the kids at home, sitting on the couch, what would you suggest?
Just do it. Don't wait for somebody else to tell you to do it, because it's all up to you. You have the power.
Independent theatres don't really do this, and I'm not sure why.
Early last year, I actually took the camera down and went to film the 2005 season launch for the old Fitzroy Theatre Company. This night was a great night. It had a whole bunch of bands, DJs, and the whole venue was at Ruby Rabbit.
Please, people, drink on, have some fun. The raffle will be drawn in between the next couple of bands.
The night was a host of many a band, that being a three-piece from Bondi called Mr., Dave Lawrence, an acoustic set, and Blue Juice, who we know a lot about.
Independent theatre. This coming year is going to put us on another level. Thank you for coming. Have a great night.
Overall, the night was a great success. We raised a whole heap of money for independent theatre. So please check out their website for the next launch, which will be happening really, really soon. So it was actually quite good getting to film the old Fitz launch, because Ruby Rabbit is a really swanky little venue. It's worth checking out.
They also have bands at Ruby Rabbit, and one band who played there is Kid Confucius. Kid Confucius are a 9-piece, funk-infused hip-hop, heaps of fun to see live. They actually played here at Newtown Park as part of the Newtown Festival last year. Let's
Always
have a look.
A good day, the Newtown Festival.
Hey, welcome to Nocturnal. We're with Andrew and Rob from Kid Confucius. Hey guys.
What's up? We're going very, very well, very sweaty.
We're at Newtown Festival, which is an orgy of sunscreen and beer. How do you guys think it went?
The orgy was successful, at least for the half an hour we were part of it. On stage.
It was good. It was a really family environment, which we're not really used to because we don't.
You just said it was an orgy.
Yeah, orgies with little kids want to have sex.
Kid Confucius, ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure, it is an honor to be playing before you tonight. Some of these boys and myself will be coming to this festival for years. We're going to be playing this in front of you, in front of you.
Now stop with that hip-hop, lover of all things. You drop rhymes and beats, always anti-pop. What you got in that bag, little Benny? You bringing food for thought, you brought food for many, cause you're...
First saw you used to play in Balmain like a few years ago. The Cat and Fiddle, those gigs were awesome. And there's like 9 of you. How did 9 of you even get together to rehearse? Like, how did this?
It's one of those things, all 9 guys are committed, so we book out our rehearsal times in about 2 years in advance, and we cancel them when we need to. So that way, all 9 guys know that for 2 days a week they've got to be in the same spot, same time, and then apart from that, you can do what you want. So it's just a discipline thing, just 9 guys committed, and we've got a good sense of discipline.
Yeah, there's that, and Gergie's 22, which you said he's fucking hit.
Which is what?
You're 22 that you.
Oh yeah, my weapons that I threaten everyone with, and my pedantic phone calling. Are you going to be at rehearsal?
You should try. That's right.
Yeah. You will rehearse now. Yeah.
Like you're doing a bit of funk, a bit of hip hop, a bit of soul. How do you kind of balance it all out without anything taking too much?
Again, because we're a disciplined band, we rehearse a lot. Everything's very thought out. We're always very conscious of hip hop tracks, or soul tracks, or funk tracks, without keeping everything kind of like separate, like your greens or something. We're very conscious that we have this many hip hop tracks, this many funk tracks. And I think just naturally those tracks just come out of us, and if one style does end up taking over, that's probably a good thing. It's probably like time to move on and discard the old. I mean, I know that a lot of new tracks that we're doing for the next album are a little more funkless in the kind of wah-wah guitar sense of the word funk.
I think when there are so many people in the band and the influences are extensive as they are, I think it's really important that we try and interpret it, like we take on those influences, but still try and keep something that's
kind of gets all the influences coming in and just get pushed through a filter.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And
somewhere
comes out.
we need to find ourselves and our own style.
Favorite gigs to play, and how do you convey like the energy of an awesome gig like today onto CD?
Well, the first part of the question, I guess the best gigs to play always are ones like this. The festivals, by far, like kick ass. I mean, we've only really done one massive, like mainstream-ish festival. That was Splendor in the Grass, and that just.
I saw on your website that Moby was hassling you, wanting some of your talent.
A lot of those dudes did. We didn't have time for all of them. But
it comes with the industry. I mean, you've got to give people the time of day.
And then in terms of just like translating onto record, I mean, with this album, we made a really conscious decision to relax that kind of live energy and make it more of a produced piece of work. And we'll probably do the same with the next one, even though a lot more of it will be recorded live. Even if we're playing in a place like the basement with low ceilings or whatever, we're pretending like it's a stadium, and that's the kind of show we like to do.
And we'll see you guys on the road. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
So that wraps up another episode for Nocturnal. And guys, if you're interested in contacting us or want to get involved, we're always interested as to what you're up to. We want editors, filmmakers, people with cameras. Check out the website for further details.
And if you're running an event or if you're organising a gig, we want to come along. So please contact us, tell us what's happening, tell us where. We'll bring our camera, and it could be your gig or your event that's on TV.
That's right. Take care till next episode.
Bye.
See ya.